Well, good morning. This is Plant Smart Living with Farmer Fred. Really glad you could join me today out here in the vegetable garden. Well, you know, today's May 17th here in Pennsylvania, Zone 6, and so it's time to plant our warm weather crops. And so today I wanted to share with you what I purchased from Ray's greenhouse over there in Telford, PA. So thanks for joining me today out here in the vegetable garden. Here in front of me some tomato plants, some pepper plants, some basil. I have some zucchini. I have some sangria watermelon. And you know, your warm weather crops, those that bear fruit, you know, like your tomatoes, your zucchini, and so on, your melons, they like a good 6 to 8 hours of sunlight. So you always want to make sure they get a good, I always say more the better, you know. And so I want to start here from the right and work to my left. I ended up paying $49 for everything. And so if you watch a lot of my videos, you've heard me talk about these Sun Gold cherry tomatoes. And each one of these pots were $1.25. And these are golden orange fruit. It's loaded with scrumptious sweetness, and it's an indeterminate. That means you need to trellis this. These plants can get anywhere from 8 to 12 feet long. I typically don't prune these, I just let them do their own thing, and you'll be amazed at how these will produce fruit. So anyhow, I got 5 of these Sun Gold cherry tomatoes. I'll be growing some of these up my cattle panel trellises and some of my wooden trellises as well. And then here, I also bought a Sweet Million, it's called. It's a cherry red tomato. It produces large grape-like clusters of flavorful sweet cherry tomatoes. This matures in 65 days. So I bought 2 of those plants. The Sun Gold cherry tomatoes matures in 57 days. Again, those are indeterminate, so they're going to keep on vining. And then as far as other tomatoes, I bought some 2 6-packs of Plum Crimson. And these are good for canning because it's a thick, meaty flesh. Plum Crimson produces high yields of deep red, juicy tomatoes. It matures in 78 days. So I bought 2 6-packs of those, and each of these 6 packs only cost me $1.60. And I talked to Ray yesterday at Ray's greenhouses. He says he didn't even raise the prices from last year. So I got 2 packs of those. Then here in front of me, and by the way, these Plum Crimson, they're called a Determinate tomato. That means they only get 36 inches, maybe 42 inches high. And I use a heavy-duty tomato cage to support those. And then next I have some Mountain Fresh tomatoes, and then some Mountain Spring. But I bought 1 pack of Mountain Fresh. It's a Determinate tomato, and then I bought 2 6-packs of your Mountain Spring. I like to grow a lot of tomatoes. We do a lot of canning every year, and with our tomato sauce. And then I bought some Supersonic Tomatoes. It's an indeterminate, so you'll need to provide some type of trellis to grow these up. I actually grow these up a string. I call it the rope and twist method. I wrap it around the plant as it grows, and it's a really simple and effective way to support your tomato plants. But these Supersonic, they produce high yields of meaty, flavorful tomatoes that resist cracking, and they mature in 79 days. So I bought 1 pack of them. I've been buying a lot of different plants this year. I always enjoy experimenting in the garden. And then I also bought some Cherokee Purple. It's a tomato. It's an heirloom tomato. And these are also an indeterminate. It's a medium dusky rose fruit with brick red flesh and rich flavor. and it matures in 72 to 90 days. And I also encourage people to plant a lot of pepper plants. I love peppers. I grow them, the peppers and my tomato plants, in under a 6 mil polyethylene plastic, because you see, warm weather crops, they love warm feet, you know, they love a good warm soil. And so, you know, the next couple days we're going to be getting 80 to 90 degree temperatures here. And so I bought a couple different varieties of peppers. I bought some red night peppers. It's a sweet pepper. These early maturing peppers can be harvested when green or red. They mature in 60 days, 66 days. So I bought 1 pack of them. I bought 1 pack of, it's called Revolution. It's a sweet bell pepper. It's a large, blocky, thick-walled pepper. It matures from green to red and high yields. And that also matures in 70 to 75 days. So I have 2 6-packs. I bought also another 6-pack of your Hungarian Hot Wax pepper. They produce high yields of waxy yellow fruit which turn deep red at maturity, and they mature in 65 days. And then I bought a 4-pack here. Actually, it's a 6-pack of jalapeno peppers. And these tapered deep green chili pepper matures to red. They mature in 65 to 75 days. We freeze a lot of these, as do we our green bell peppers. We just dice them up and put them in a heavy-duty freezer bag. And then I also bought another 6-pack of your sweet rainbow mix pepper, and it's a colorful mixture of sweet, blocky, thick-walled sweet bell peppers. It matures in 70 to 75 days. And then I also bought a 4-pack of some burpless bush cucumbers. And what's nice is with the bush type cucumbers, you don't need to provide a trellis of any kind. And then I bought a 4-pack of your Zucchini Elite squash. It produces high yields of slender, dark green fruit, and it matures in 45 to 50 days. And then I bought a 6-pack of classic eggplant, which matures in 75 days. I've always had good success with eggplant. It's another plant that I grow under or in my 6 mil polyethylene plastic. Classic is a good producer of long tapered fruit. It's disease resistant and matures in 75 days. And then I bought a 4-pack of your sangria watermelons. They produce lots of high quality melons with a very sweet dark red flesh. It matures in 87 days, so you definitely need some time to grow these. You also want to make sure that, you know, these are all heavy feeders. Your melons, your peppers, your tomatoes. You want to make sure you have plenty of fertilizer in your soil. Use a good rich compost. I also grow all these plants in my composted leaf mulch that's amended with topsoil. And then I also have some muskmelon cantaloupe here. It's called Athena. It produces sweet, juicy, oval-shaped melons with a small seed cavity. And then lastly here I have some flowers I'll be planting along or around the garden. I like planting flowers. They attract the bees, which help pollinate your plants. And I bought 2 6-packs of your titanium burgundy vinca plants. They're a nice heat-hardy flower, and they just produce some beautiful colors during the summer. I also bought some Happy Hour mix. It's portulaca. It's a low growing. Some people call it actually a mock rose. I'll be planting these in the foreground of my little garden fountain that I put in my garden last year. If you've seen the video, I did a video on how you could build that for under $65. But I'll be planting these portulaca in the foreground because they're a low plant. And then in the background, I have some Burgundy Star wave petunias. And so I have a lot of work ahead of me getting everything planted. I hope to do videos individually on planting these in the garden to give you some tips and ideas. So anyhow, I hope this gives you some ideas on what type of warm weather plants to grow for your garden. And if you have any questions or comments about this video, feel free to leave them in the section below. And you can also visit us at plantsmartliving.com. And there you can learn more about gardening and also how you can reclaim your health by adopting a whole food, plant-based lifestyle. Anyhow, I hope you have a wonderful day today. So until next time, this is Plant Smart Living with Farmer Fred.